Verehrte Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen zurück zu einem kleinen, aber feinen neuen Video. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir hier Bild haben bei diesem Stück Software, welches wir uns gleich zu Gemüte führen. Und zwar, schön, dass ihr wieder da seid nach so langer Zeit. Das letzte Mal war, glaube ich, Soulblaze, wo ich reingeschaut habe. Jetzt ist ja auch schon ein bisschen her. Kickstarter-Kampagne von Soulblaze leider nicht durchgegangen, aber es wird trotzdem noch weiter dran gearbeitet, nur halt in deutlich langsamer Geschwindigkeit, absolut nachvollziehbar. Das ist okay. Wir gucken uns jetzt aber was an. Leute, ich sag mal so. Ich glaube, Imperator auf Discord hat den Trailer reingepostet, glaube ich. Ja? Und ich habe mir den Trailer angehört und dachte mir schon, WTF, was ist das? Ja? Und das Spiel ist jetzt draußen, sag ich mal, ja? Blind Survival. 7 Euro auf Steam. Habe ich mir natürlich gedacht, zack, katsching, kaufe ich. Und ich habe das Tutorial gespielt und dann dachte ich mir so, nein, Malik, stopp. Das ist ein Video wert. Ja? Dieses großartige Stück Software braucht einen eigenen Auftritt auf unserem Kanal. Ihr werdet das sehen. Vielleicht habt ihr auch schon mal privat reingeschaut. Wenn ja, toll. Ja, wenn nicht, auch toll, ja. Ich starte mal. Hier, Blind Survival, ja. So, wird gestartet. Pass mal auf. Es wird großartig.
This game is a three-dimensional audio game.
Ja?
It is therefore essential that sounds coming from your right are heard in your right ear.
Ist recht,
and that sounds coming from your left are heard in your left
auch
ear.
Links,
If your headphones aren't properly balanced, or you have a minor hearing loss in one ear, it might help to adjust the stereo balance in this game settings menu.
Alles klar.
If the following audio cues are heard in the wrong ear, your headphones might be on the wrong way. This should be coming from your left.
Warum machen wir das jetzt noch?
This should be coming from your right.
Okay. Okay, also ihr hört es ja. Gut, wir drücken Confirm. So, ach so. Ja, ich mach mal ein bisschen langsamer.
Geschwindigkeit.
So. Leute, wisst ihr, woran man ein gutes Stück Software erkennt? Also ein tolles Audiogame? Ja, richtig. An der großartigen Menümusik. Hört mal. Ah, ist das nicht schön? Ja? Gut. Wir gehen mal hier ins Menü.
Story-Mode.
Story, aha.
Game-Modus.
Game-Mode.
Tutorial. From beginning.
Challenge.
Settings.
Credits. Quit. Okay.
Survival. Use vertikal.
Achso, das ist hier. Achso, nee, das ist nur der Ding. Wir spielen wir das Tutorial. Ja, komm, wir gönnen uns das Tutorial.
Welcome to the interactive tutorial
Geil.
of Blind Survival.
Okay.
This game is controlled like a traditional first-person shooter.
Aha.
There are 3 input methods. Mouse and keyboard,
Hab ich nicht.
keyboard only,
Hab ich.
or a gamepad.
Habe ich aber nicht angeschaut.
An important
Gut, war
note
ein
before
Tastatur.
we begin.
Ja.
If you want to repeat previous dialogue in this game, you can press the F1 key,
Okay.
enter, or select on a gamepad.
Was?
This button can also be
Enter
used
auch.
to skip dialogue.
Okay.
A zombie will soon appear. To protect yourself, a gun has been equipped.
Geil.
With PC controls, you can aim using your mouse or the left and right arrow keys.
Okay.
With a controller, you can do this with the right joystick or the left and right trigger.
Ja, ich bin
On
absolut.
PC, you can fire the gun with the left mouse button, spacebar, or the up arrow.
Geil.
On a controller, you can use the main right button close to your thumb, often labeled the B button. Or you can shoot with the right shoulder button.
Mir egal.
In the future, the fire button will be referred to as the activation button.
Ja, super.
Or the confirm button.
Okay.
Alright, back to business.
Ja, back to
the
business.
zombie spawns now.
Ah, geil. Das klingt nach einem. Ja. Wir zielen. Und Feuer.
Great job
Kein
on killing
Problem.
your first zombie. Your next objective is to follow the path of sound.
Aha.
rotate towards the sound just like you did with the zombie, and walk towards it using the W, A, S, and D keys,
Alles klar.
or the left joystick on a controller.
Nein, nix Joystick.
If
Wir
you're
machen-
using a keyboard, I recommend placing your middle finger on the W key.
Geil, ich kann das so. Okay. Oh. Warte. So. Warte mal, oder? Ja, doch, das ist richtig so. Ach du Scheiße. Kann ich sprinten?
Congrats on reaching your first
Ach,
checkpoint.
du Scheiße.
Some sounds in this game will have a lower pitch if they come
Ja,
from
ja,
behind
ja, ja,
you.
ja.
This is especially useful for zombie sounds and sonar sounds. Now, continue following the path of sound.
Habt ihr auch gerade die Maus von dem Dude gehört, wie der das Ding aufgenommen hat? Oder habe ich mir das eingebildet? Bob, kann ich auch schießen? Nee, schade. Ich kann im Tutorial nicht einfach wahllos um mich herum, um mich ballern. So, hier muss ich jetzt, oder? Ach du Scheiße, kann ich bitte irgendwie schneller laufen? Das Wandern ist es.
For this next part, a knife will appear on the ground.
Ein Messer,
If you're
jawohl.
facing it and standing close enough, a snapping sound
mal hier einen Schluck.
will play,
Muss man hier einen Schluck
and the
holen?
sonar sound will stop. This indicates that you can interact with the activation button.
Ja, Moment, so. Oh, nein, Mann. Oh, Scheiße, warte. Schnipp, Enter?
For this next part,
Aha.
a knife will appear on the ground.
Oh, Scheiße, nein.
If you're facing it and standing,
So,
a new zombie will appear.
Geil.
But this time, you'll fight it using your knife.
ja.
Once you touch a zombie, a melee battle will begin. During the battle, you and the zombie will
Taschenmesser.
face off. The zombie can attack from your left, your right, or directly in front of you,
Aha.
and you will need to counter its attacks.
Ja, das
For
kennen wir schon.
example,
Das ist ja.
if the zombie attacks from your right,
Halt die Fresse.
fight.
Ach so.
Wow, you actually killed a zombie with just
Easy,
a
kein
knife.
Problem, Leute.
For this next part, I'll teach you how to sneak. If you tap the shift
Aha.
key, you'll start sneaking
Okay, kann man.
until you tap the shift key again. However, you can also sneak by holding down the shift key. This means you'll stop sneaking once you release the shift key.
Ja, okay.
On a controller, you'll need to press down the left joystick to sneak. By sneaking, you can get really close to a zombie without it noticing you.
Ja.
If you sneak so close to it that you can hear its heartbeat, it means you can
Moment.
perform a critical hit, killing normal zombies instantly. But be cautious, because accidentally touching
Ich habe mal eine Frage. Hören wir dann wirklich das Herz von dem Zombie oder ist es unser Herz? Eine Durchsage. Okay. Jetzt hier.
Great job!
Geil.
You killed a zombie with a critical kill.
Kein Problem.
That marks the end of the tutorial.
Ja.
But there's one more thing I should mention. If you press the F key on your keyboard, or press down the right joystick, you will enter focus mode,
Okay.
where sonar sounds are disabled. This can be useful when concentrating on the gameplay. Thank you so much for playing Blind Survival, and I hope you have fun in the story and the other game modes.
Okay. So,
Blind Survival.
das war das Tutorial.
Story Mode. Story Mode. Use vertikal New Game.
New Game.
One day. Just one day. That was all it took to make this place a
Ist das euer
nightmare.
Ernst?
The day before that day, a man had shown up early for his work as
Gibt's
a
hier-
radio broadcaster. He went there alone to pre-record a program that
Gibt's
would
hier
air later that
Atmosphäre?
day.
Nummer.
But after the program had aired, some parts of it was mysteriously gone.
Hast du dich gerade
Just like the
versprochen?
radio host himself. Can you hear that? It's the sound of ocean waves and the sheep roaming the fields.
What?
Actually, we're in a studio right now, so Anyway, I'm Dr. Andrew, expert on the history of the Gari Island. This is known as one of the most peaceful places on Earth. But the people who grew up here often get to hear the story of the brutal civil war that happened over 100 years ago. Almost half of the inhabitants died. My grandpa used to tell me the story every night before I went to sleep. It always brings me such joy when the great hero climbed the watchtower. Fun fact, we can actually see the watchtower from the studio. For better or worse, the military force that the island once had withered away like autumn leaves. Probably because no one believes we would go to war again after how many that lost their lives in the Civil War.
Ja.
And during this tough time, people had to find new ways to support themselves. One of these ways was by exporting wool, thanks to the special breed of sheep that lives on this island. Therefore, a lot of people consider the sheep to be holy. Unfortunately, a few sheep mysteriously disappeared a few weeks ago, and many older folks are taking it as a bad omen. And the fact that the government is trying to sweep it under the rug isn't making people calmer. Especially when you consider that the annual sheep festival is held today. Regardless, Gari still remains a very peaceful island, even though it is still quite unknown. But that's the end of this small history lesson,
Oh, Gott sei
and I
Dank.
hope you enjoy the sheep festival. Finally done recording. Now it's time to pay that watchtower a visit.
A scream pierces through the night, jolting you wide awake. You call out to your friends, but get no response.
Jetzt haben wir
The
Atmosphäre.
sudden realization that you're alone in the tent
Ich bin
makes
voll drin.
adrenaline surge through your veins.
Ja.
But if one of your friends are in trouble, you have no choice but to leave the tent and investigate.
Das klang eher nach meiner Freundin.
There's a camping knife in your bag. You should take it before you head out.
Okay. Ja. Moment. Ups.
You retrieve the knife from your bag.
Sehr gut.
You have now obtained your first weapon. To equip the weapon, you must first open the inventory menu.
Oh,
There
inventory.
are two ways to do this. Either you can open the pause menu by pressing start on your controller or escape on your keyboard and then selecting the inventory. Or you can press the I key on your keyboard to open it instantly.
I.
Go ahead and open the inventory.
Ja, ich drücke I.
The inventory consists of 3 slots. In each slot, you can put a different weapon or equipable item. You can use up and down buttons to navigate between the different slots. Once a slot is selected, you can press right and left buttons to change the equipped item inside it. Please put the camping knife inside a slot and then exit the inventory with the escape button or back button on your controller.
Okay.
Weapons Navigator U-Band to select a slot.
Ja.
10 keine Weapons.
Okay.
Slot ein Empty Hand Weapons Navigator Slot ein Camping Knife.
Okay.
Pause Menü Use Navigation.
Hä?
Good job!
So
The
scheiße.
camping knife is now equipped in a slot.
Ich
You
kann
can
das.
switch between the slots using the 1, 2 and 3 keys
Oh,
on your
krass.
keyboard respectively.
Oi.
Or the D-pad left, up and right.
Oi.
Where left is the first slot, up is the second, and right is the third.
Ah.
You can now continue your
Ja.
adventure.
Okay, danke. Was ist denn hier?
What the? That's the sound of a
Alter, das
zombie.
zählt auch.
Just like the ones you've heard in countless horror movies. And judging by the screams earlier, this is no prank. This is a real zombie.
Absolut, ja.
And you have no idea how many more could be roaming around the camping site.
Ja.
You should sneak past it into the forest by following the river to your left. But part of you also want to fight this zombie.
Ich werde ihn umbringen. Oh. wir sneaken uns.
You manage to kill the zombie,
Zack!
but sadly, the victim is giving no signs of being alive.
Oh.
You think they're already dead.
Oh.
The thought of touching a dead body frightens you, but you need to know if it's one of your friends.
Ja.
You kneel down and check the body. It appears to be a short woman wearing a negligee. You unwillingly give out a sigh of relief. That's not one of your friends.
Gott sei Dank.
You realize that if you don't run off into the forest by following the river to your left, you might end up like this poor woman.
Das klang aber nicht nach einer Frau, dieser Zombie. Das klang nach Herbert. Aber naja, gut, egal. So, wir... Muss ich jetzt den Sneak-Modus nochmal ausmachen? Ja, okay. Wir gehen jetzt mal hier den Fluss lang. Oh.
Blind survival. Will you live to hear another day?
The sound you just heard indicates that the game has been saved.
Aha.
You've now unlocked the ability to hear walls. When facing an object that you can't walk through, like the fence preventing you from walking into the river, a metronome sound will play. The volume of the sound is determined by the distance to the object you're facing. Use this to swiftly traverse your environments. The sense of the forest brings back pleasant memories of the childhood vacations to this island.
Aha.
The calm atmosphere is bringing down your adrenaline levels, making you realize that it's actually quite cold. It appears the morning sun has yet to grace the dense canopy with its warmth. Following the river should be a good way to not get lost in the forest.
Wir folgen dem River. Klar. Da, da, di, da, da, da. Oh, das wird. Oh, warte. Da ist ein Item. Dann laufen wir mal eben.
Seems to be a door to a house.
Oh.
Surprisingly, the door isn't locked.
Ja,
You
geil.
step inside.
Ja, bitte.
You
Moin.
smell gunpowder. Are there weapons nearby?
Oh. Oh ja, warte.
A glass shelf. You wonder if there's some way to open it. You have a feeling there might be weapons inside.
Ja, warte.
A glass shelf. You
Ach so.
wonder if there's some...
Okay. Dann. Oh.
There's a chair in front of a desk. You can use it to break open the glass shelf.
Ja, perfekt.
With incredible strength, you pick up the not-so-heavy chair. Seems like all those hours at the gyms really paid off.
Was zur Hölle?
You brace yourself and,
Jawohl.
carefully not to hurt yourself on the glass, you
Ach, was?
feel around the inside.
Kein Problem.
There's a gun here.
Jawohl.
You hope there's ammunition nearby. You've now found a gun. A
Geil.
powerful but very loud ranged weapon.
Kein Problem.
Using it will cause zombies in the area to hunt you.
Jawohl.
Fire it using your activation button. Now,
Okay.
please open your inventory.
Ja.
You should now put the gun inside a different slot than where you have the knife.
Okay.
When you have the gun and the knife inside different slots, you can easily switch between them during combat.
Ja. Perfekt.
Uns, Navigate
So,
U-Bahn,
warte.
Slot 1 Camping Knie, uns, Slot 2 Gun.
Hier. Perfekt. Das Dumme ist, ich habe das jetzt mit I geöffnet, das Inventar. Jetzt drücke ich Escape.
Pause-Menü.
Jetzt bin ich im Pause-Menü. Und jetzt
The
erst...
knife and the
Es
gun
ist schlimm.
are now
Naja.
equipped in two different slots,
Ja.
and you can easily change between them using the number keys
Ja,
on
ja,
your
1
keyboard
und 2.
or the D-pad on your controller.
Ja.
This will be very useful inside combat.
Super.
Because now you can go from ranged to melee.
Ja.
But before you can use the gun, you will need to find some ammunition
Perfekt,
for it.
Munition. Da ist doch hier wieder das... Ich höre da was. Ach, scheiße, wie hier...
You check the desk where the share was standing. You found some ammo.
Ja,
You feel
perfekt.
ready to go back to the camping site.
Warte mal. Achso, schon, ich dachte, hier ist noch... Ich dachte, hier ist noch was. Naja, gut.
With newfound courage, you step out of the house. But an unfortunate surprise
Aber wie viel Munition
awaits.
habe ich denn jetzt?
After leaving the hunting lodge, you quickly realize that the area has been surrounded by zombies.
Oh, scheiße.
If you use your new gun, it will reveal your location, and they might all come for you. It might be best to be sneaky this time,
Ja.
but this choice is up to you.
Wir machen Sneaky drauf. Wo haben wir denn? Okay, hallo?
Critical.
Gut, er ist tot. Wir sind jetzt aber hier langlaufen.
Dies ist die Lotge.
Achso. Ist der, okay. Wieso kann ich denn nicht sehen? Na gut, dann gehe ich mal hier lang. Erstmal dich hier.
Critical.
So. Wieso habe ich denn hier keinen Kompass? Das wäre gut. Okay, da oben.
Critical. Critical.
Perfekt. Das sind mehr Zombies.
Critical.
Ja? Nee. Ich weiß nicht, wo ich hin muss. Hier. Oh, da ist noch einer. Warte.
Critical.
Finally back to the
Ja,
camping site.
perfekt.
You forgot your phone in tent
Ich hätte
this morning.
irgendwas zurück.
It
Ja,
might
egal.
have news about what's going on.
Okay.
And perhaps your friends have tried to contact you. Joel and Sophie are strong, but you are still very worried for them.
Ganz im Ernst. Joel und Sophie,
Finalibactote.
die gönnen sich gerade ein Schäferstündchen wahrscheinlich.
This is a tent. You should follow the edge and walk in through the entrance.
Dies ist A10.
This is a tent. You should
You go into a tent, it doesn't seem like your oven, but you should check it out.
Gibt's hier?
A bag of clean clothes. This could be useful to remember. What's this? A bikini. Not even Sophie would wear something this revealing in public. You hope she's safe right now.
Sag mal, kannst du mal hier Sophies Bikinis in Ruhe lassen, Bruder?
A basket filled with small spray bottles. You gently spray and... Oh, this is pepper spray. Just what were these people needing all these pepper sprays for? You take a few bottles and put it into your bag. It
Sophie?
might prove useful in combat.
Was machst du mit
You can use the
Pfefferspray?
pepper spray to escape melee battles with zombies. This will stun the zombie, giving you a chance to escape, or enabling a critical
Pfeffer
attack
spray
with a melee
stunt
weapon.
zombies,
To
ja,
use a
ja.
bottle during a melee battle, press escape on your keyboard, or back button on your controller. If you want to know how many bottles you currently have, equip it to a weapon slot and activate it. Don't worry, this will not consume any bottles.
Okay. Ups.
You exit a tent, your oven tent should be nearby.
Wir gehen mal hier hin. Hier sind noch mal kurz ein Zombiechen.
Critical. This is a tent. You should... This appears to be your tent. But why was the zipper closed? That's not how you left it this morning. You can also smell an unfamiliar scent.
Oh.
Someone or something has been in your tent.
Warum haben wir jetzt hier so fancy Musik?
Your phone is still under the pillow where you left it this morning. There's an unread message from Joe. Your heart skips a beat.
Hey, we heard a strange noise and we'll investigate the situation. Don't be scared if you wake up alone.
This message must have been sent before you woke up. And of course the mobile network isn't working. You put the phone in your pocket. You look in Joel's bag. He's a hunter and had been looking forward to hunting in the forest. His gun is nowhere to be found, so perhaps he took it with him when they left to investigate. Or the person who has been in your tent took it. Sophie's bag is also still here. Apparently, she didn't take her phone with her. What in the world could make Sophie leave without her phone? You two were supposed to go to the rocky beach today, but you suppose that will be another time, if ever. After checking your tent, you realize that the first aid kit you brought in case of emergency is gone. Did the person who was in your tent take it with them? Considering how fresh the scent is, you assume they're pretty close. Maybe they went to the main camping building for protection. There should also be food supplies there. You decide to track them down and see if they know something about this absurd situation.
T mind building should be at T opposite side of T river, so it should be to your right.
Erstmal hier.
Critical.
Also muss ich jetzt hier lang laufen oder was?
This is a window on the camping building. You had a fact at the main currently starting at you from the oder see the without you knowing. You should find the mind door if you think. This is a window. This is the camping building. You walk through the door.
This is the entrance hall.
Sehr
The
gut.
same scent that was in your tent is also here. They must be somewhere inside. It's surreal to think that you had an ordinary breakfast here yesterday.
Uff, was war denn?
There's a map of the building on this wall. You remember that it has 2 floors and a basement. The upper floor has a restaurant, and the basement has an underground gym and a pool area.
Geil. Ich gehe mal hier weiter. Das ist die Wand.
The sound of a door closing?
Ja.
That must be the survivor.
This room has the stairs to the next floor and the door to the basement.
This is the door to the basement. It has an electronic lock so only guests can enter. But it must have lost power because your electronic key isn't working. You know that the survivor is inside, and that there are spare keys in the restaurant upstairs.
Okay.
You are not alone in the restaurant. You know there are many fans mounted on the wall to the left.
Ja.
You can use the sound of them to guide you to the other side of the room.
Achso, jetzt haben wir nur die dritten Treppe runter.
You walk down the You walk up the stairs. You can use it.
Da haben wir ein paar Gäste.
Critical.
Mal kurz
Critical.
gefrühstückt worden. Zombie an Tisch 3 will zahlen.
Critical.
Auch sie. Einmal die Rechnung, gerne.
Critical.
Beehren Sie uns bald wieder. Natürlich auch Sie, gerne der Herr.
Critical.
Ich kann's mal hier. Wo muss ich hin eigentlich?
You open the fridge.
So.
Because of the power outage, some of the food has gotten warm, but it should be fine to eat for some time still. You take a water bottle and your favorite fruit from the fridge.
Perfekt.
This is the box with the spare keys. It doesn't seem to have been opened recently, though. How did the survivor get into the basement? Let's hurry and catch up with them.
Ja.
A desk fan. It's powered by a battery bank. You miss when the summer's biggest problem was the heat on this island.
Wie komme ich jetzt nochmal? Ich finde es sau schwierig, mich jetzt zurechtzufinden, ehrlich gesagt. Wie komme ich denn zur Treppe? Ich laufe wie eine Schnecke. Da ist sie.
Jawohl.
Who's there? Show yourself.
That's the voice of Dr. Andrew, a famous professor and historian.
Ja.
You even heard him talk on the radio yesterday.
Super.
You call out to him and ask what
Ich
happened.
habe den bescheuerten Doktor
Well, I
gefunden.
got ambushed by zombies, but I managed to escape. However, I got injured on the way. Luckily, I managed to find a first aid kit in one of the tents outside this building.
Du hast
But I
unser
could
Ding
barely
geklaut.
move, so if I would go out to try to help, I would probably just become a zombie's breakfast.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. You explained to him that you're blind, and that you're trying to find your friends, and that you would do anything to help the island.
Do you remember on the morning radio yesterday, I mentioned an old watchtower? That watchtower actually has a special system that makes it able to communicate with the outside world without using the mobile network. People might have already gone there to seek help. Maybe your friends are even there right now.
Now that you think about it, you do remember hearing about the technology that was recently implemented into the watchtower. It's silly you hadn't thought about
Oder
it
das
earlier.
ist Funkgerät.
You look like you've already decided to go.
Das
Luckily,
gibt's
it's
schon
not very
ewig.
far from here. There's a small bridge that leads across the river. You should be able to find it by walking straight forward from this building's entrance. Past that bridge, there will be a little road that leads to a village. But that village has been abandoned for quite some time now, since people moved into the city. However, the houses and their interiors have been kept the same, so that people can find out how we used to live. For example, the houses are very well built for their time, and the well that people used to get their water from is still being maintained. This way visitors of the village can still drink the water. But I shouldn't go on a history lesson right now. Before you leave, I would like to give you something.
Oh,
It's a communication device that we use in the radio team. I always keep one extra in hand in
Funkgerät.
case I need it. So if you get in trouble, you can still contact me. Come closer and hold out your hand.
Andrew put a small round device in your hand. It has an earphone attached to it. You really hope that Andrew will be alright, but you need to head to the watchtower as soon as possible.
ja.
It's nice seeing a friendly face. I hope that most people in the city are still fine. I wish you luck.
Okay. Sorry. Aber hier? Warte mal.
Uval back into T and ganze all.
Ist es die Empfangsdame?
Critical.
Der Empfangsherr? Naja.
You exit a camping building.
As you leave the building, you can sense something big coming straight towards you.
Oh.
It's a zombie, but it seems both bigger and stronger than other zombies you've fought. It won't be so easily killed.
Fight.
Oh, scheiße.
The zombie falls dead to the ground. You're exhausted after the battle, but you need to push forward and get to the bridge leading across the river.
Hab ich eigentlich keine Gesundheitsanzeige oder sowas?
This is your tent. You can refill your ammo from your stock.
Oh, geil! Aber...
You will shoot off your tent.
Critical.
This is a siegen. You can eat with your phone to see what it says. Take it get hot here it will help you to a preservate the lage have a need to die.
Danke.
This is a siegen. This is...
Wo ist die... Achso, da muss ich jetzt hier lang laufen. Ja.
This is a siegen.
Brücke.
The bridge is narrow but sturdy. You cross the river.
Geil.
This is it. This road will lead to your friends in safety.
Okay. Wir laufen.
It's truly been a long and horrible day. Ouch! You almost tripped on something. It's a bag. Someone has been here recently. There's a lot of things in the bag, and even ammunition. If this person had a weapon, why did they leave a bag on the road?
Gute Frage.
The The sound of the river is long gone, and you're afraid of getting lost. Is this really the right way?
Ja, bestimmt.
Despite your worries of going in the right direction, the peaceful atmosphere here is making you very, very tired. Lying down to rest for a while wouldn't hurt.
Bruder!
But this might be the safest place to rest.
Nein!
After all. There's a big rock here. It's perfect to rest your body against it.
Mach mal
And in a
nicht.
few moments, you've fallen asleep.
Oh Gott. Okay.
Uh-oh. A zombie sneaked up on you while you were sleeping. It seems like it alerted all other zombies. There's just too many of them. You gotta run.
Mission failed.
Oh, Scheiße!
Press your confirm button to try again or your back button to quit.
Uh-oh.
Wie renne ich denn?
Pause Menü, use Navigation Kreis. Pause Menü, use Navigation Inventory.
Cannot open inventory when you're in a cutscene or there are monsters around.
Continue, quit. Pause Menü. Pause Menü, quit. Continue. Pause Menü, continue, quit. Pause. Blind Survival, use vertikal Kreis U-Bahn to Story Mode. Blind Survival Modus.
Oh shit.
Blind Survival, use vertik Story Mode. Blind Survival Story Mode. Continue.
Hä? Aber wie renne ich denn?
A zombie sneaked up on you while you were
Ich weiß nicht, wie
sleeping.
ich renne.
It seems like it alerted all other zombies. There's just too many of them. You gotta run.
Ich schieße.
Sword. Mission failed.
Wie renne ich denn?
Press your confirm button.
Uh-oh. A zombie sneaked up on you while
Ja,
you were
okay.
sleeping. It seems like it alerted all other zombies. There's just too many of them. You gotta run.
Ich laufe. Ich kann nur laufen.
Sword. Mission.
Wie renne ich denn?
Press your
Uh-oh.
Halt, nein. Ich kann nur so laufen. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sterb ich gleich wieder.
You suddenly lose your foothold and
Oh,
tumble
cool.
down a hill. Your head smashes hard into a stone, and everything fades away.
Okay. Geil. Und jetzt?
The first thing you hear is the birds chirping. You're not in any pain. Was that all just a dream? Or perhaps this is the gate to the afterlife. But if you're dead, shouldn't things feel different somehow? As you carefully stand up, a gentle breeze blows through your hair and clothes. The wind is neither too warm nor too cold.
Was ist das?
It's wind chimes hanging from a tree. Could this be the gate to the afterlife? You notice something on the tree. Tracing your finger along its shape, you instantly remember it from the museum trip yesterday. The rebellion's mark. During the Civil War, this symbol helped unite the nation and gave strength to the common folk in the fight against the tyrants who had enslaved them. Just what is this place? You realize that if anyone knows about it, it's Andrew. But the device that was previously in your pocket is gone. It must have fallen out while you were escaping the zombies. A wave of despair runs through you as you realize you're alone and lost in the woods. This seems to be an altar. Is this place a shrine of some kind?
Alter, ja.
This appears to be a sign. You scan it using your phone's OCR function
Na
to
klar.
have it read to you. On this holy ground, a precious treasure sleeping. The wind be the key. This seems to be an altar. Is this place a shrine of some kind?
Warte, ja. Entschuldigung.
The sign says, on this holy ground.
Ich weiß nicht genau, wo ich hin soll. Tatsächlich.
You remove the wind chimes from
so.
the tree.
Okay. Geil.
You examine the altar more carefully and notice a strange hole at the back. It's shaped like the bell of the wind chime.
Geil.
You
Einladung.
fit it into the opening and it clicks into place.
Klick. Sehr gut.
You notice that the top of the altar has come loose. You carefully remove it, revealing a hidden compartment within.
Geil.
You feel your hands brushing a smooth wooden surface. You grab it to inspect it. It's a bow, and as soon as you hold it up, you feel a strange power course within you.
Na klar.
There's also a quiver filled with arrows next to it. A sheep sneaked up on you and almost gave you a heart attack. You had no idea sheep could still be found in the wild on the Gari Island.
Oder eine Ziege. Ist das nicht eine Ziege?
It seems as though the
Naja.
sheep wants to show you something. Bows were the primary weapons for warriors throughout Gari's history. They're powerful ranged weapons and are also much quieter than a firearm. Hold down the activation button and release it when fully drawn to fire.
Okay.
You can equip it in any slot from your inventory.
Okay. Warte.
Weapons Navigate U. Slot 2 Gun. Slot 1 Camping. Slot 3 Empty Pepper Spray. Legendary Bow.
So.
Pause.
Ich muss. Warte. Wo ist das Schaf?
$29. $28. $27. $26.
Ich versteh's nicht. Oh, scheiße, ich Idiot.
$25.
After decades of solitude, his altar has finally fulfilled its purpose.
Okay.
The sign says, on this hope.
Also, ja, die Fresse. Wo ist denn das Schäfchen? Nee, schon so laut, oder? Nee. Okay. Wo ist denn das? Scheiß Schaf.
$24.
The sign said, the sheep has led you to an open space. However, you can hear zombies approaching.
Geil.
You must protect the sheep and the sanctuary.
Oh Gott.
$23. $22.
Fight. Oh.
Mission failed.
Oh, warum?
Press your confirm.
The sheep has led you to an
$19. $18. $17. $16. $15. $14. $13.
Sorry.
$12. $11. $10. $9. $8. $7. $6. $5. $4. 3. 2. 1.
The last zombie falls dead before you.
Easy.
The sanctuary is saved, and it seems like the sheep ran away during the ambush. Suddenly, the sound of church bells pierces through the air. That's it. It must be coming from the church of the old village. You are no longer lost, and there is no time to lose.
Telast zombie falls der.
Oh, sorry. Ab in die Kirche.
As you begin walking towards the village,
Ah, jetzt
you
komm
suddenly hear
schon.
a group of zombies. It appears as though they are fighting amongst themselves. This unique zombie behavior piques your interest. You decide to eliminate them and find out what they are fighting over.
Okay.
$23, $22, 0.
Swore. Mission failed.
Okay.
Press your confirm button to
The last zombie.
Goodness.
As you
Critical. Critical. Critical.
After exterminating the last zombie, you can finally inspect what they were fighting over. There's no doubt about it. It's the device Andrew gave you, and it even smells from your perfume. It must have fallen out of your pocket when escaping the zombies. Why were the zombies fighting over this device? Could this be the reason that zombies have gone more aggressive after you met Andrew? The more you think about it, the more suspicious Andrew seems. Firstly, was the fact that he seems to have accessed the underground gym without a spare key. And now it seems that this device he gave you might be the reason zombies have gotten more aggressive. You hold the device's earphone close to your ear and push some buttons. However, it seems like nothing works. Maybe the zombies broke it. And since it seems to be broken, you decide to put it back into your bag. It shouldn't cause any more trouble now.
Ich brauche auch mehr Munition, tatsächlich. Ehrlich gesagt. Das wäre gut.
Critical.
Whoa, you nearly tripped on something. Wait, that's the same bag you almost tripped on earlier. It seems like the zombie ambush after your nap sent you in a huge circle. At least now you're back on track. You refill your ammo from the bag once again.
Wir gehen weiter Richtung Kirche. Wir machen wieder Sneaky.
Critical.
Auf ganz entspannt machen. Auf einen ganz sneakigen Hasen.
Critical.
Zack.
Critical.
$29, $28, $27,
Sword.
Okay, gut. Der Bogen ist keine so gute Idee.
The last zombie.
Scheiße, echt. Oh, scheiße, das wollte ich nicht.
23.
Ich wollte das nicht. Oh, scheiße. Ah, ja, sorry. Ja, ist okay. Ja.
The last zombie.
So. Wir töten mal eben die Zombie-Leinchens.
As you begin walking towards the village, you suddenly hear a group of zombies.
Ach so.
It appears as though they are fighting amongst themselves.
Critical. Critical. Critical.
After exterminating the... Why were the Firstly, you hold...
Ja, das kennen wir alles schon. Warte mal. Sorry, dann eigentlich. Entschuldigung.
Critical.
So. Jetzt haben wir mal neue Munition.
Wow.
Critical. Critical.
Das Spiel geht doch länger, als ich dachte, tatsächlich. Aber egal.
Critical. Critical.
Irgendwas.
A large iron gate. This must be the entrance to the old village.
Ah ja.
You gently shove it open and step inside.
Geil.
As you enter the old village, you decide to lock the gate behind you.
Sehr
Humans can quite easily reach around and open it from the other side, but you hope the zombies won't be able to get in so easily now. A sign. You scan it with your phone to have it read aloud. This village has been preserved for historical purposes. Therefore, we encourage visitors to be careful with anything they see here.
Okay.
To the left, you can see a maintained well. If you wish to try drinking the water, there are instructions next to it. In front of you lays a church. The church is still used as a gathering place to this day. The outside of the church has been maintained, but the inside recently got renovated. And to the right stands a watchtower. Over 100 years ago, this watchtower was used to signal that the Civil War had finally ended. For more details, feel free to scan the below QR code to listen to a radio program by Dr. Andrew. The radio program does a deep dive into this village history. Sadly, you don't have time to listen to that right
Ja,
now.
richtig.
For more details.
You call out into the village, but there is no response. Chills run down your spine as you understand that you might be the only one who made it here. The stairs leading up to the church. You wonder if the church bells were activated by someone, or if they were activated automatically by a timer. For a few moments you consider walking into the church, but you decide that if you are the only one who has made it here, it is of utmost importance to make it to the tower and call for help. The sign said that it would be to the right. A house. Exterior is smooth to the touch. A house. A house. A wooden crate is stuffed away in an alley between two houses. There's strangely enough pepper sprays in the box. You decide to take a few. A house. A wooden crate. After many twists and turns, you have finally made it to your destination, the old village watchtower.
Yeah.
Even though you haven't found any of your friends, you're still hopeful that you can use the old watchtower to call for help. You start climbing the ladder, beginning your ascent. And so, the hero climbed the watchtower to raise the flag of victory. Or wasn't that how the story ended? Little did most people know that the fighting would continue in the shadows for decades. Is that Andrew?
Ja.
Natives of the island were given chances to follow the new world order and to gain monetary success. But they didn't want power, didn't want money, they just wanted to keep their traditions. And the natives got what they wanted thanks to those fluffy sheep. They found monetary success and kept their traditions. So when the rebellions did end up winning, there were some losers not content with the outcome of the war. And they decided that maybe they could win in the long run. How, you ask? Well, by integrating themselves in the island society and transforming it from the inside. For example, they would make money from tourism and this island's interesting history. But to this day, there is only room for a few dozen tourists at once, even though this is a fantastic vacation spot. This is of course because the natives have been fighting back on their tourism for so long, because they argue that it would destroy their traditions. So this eventually led to the losers becoming a little less conventional in the ways they wanted to make more money. You see, me, Dr. Andrew, isn't just an historian. I'm also a bioscientist. And those fluffy sheep have some unique biochemical properties. Like, for example, their blood can be used to mutate human cells. And mixing those properties into a modified virus and releasing it into a big festival. I must, however, congratulate you on your successful journey thus far. You see, I really did think that radio device I gave you would make the zombies eat you up like a snack. Seems I shouldn't have underestimated a blind person, though. You see, the zombies are attracted to certain sounds and radio waves, some of which can't be heard with the human ear. Some sounds make them peaceful and calm, while others make them hungry for human flesh. In other words, they can be controlled. A relentless army under one's command, you might say. Now, that is certainly one way to achieve a new world order. However, there is one big problem. The virus only works on natives of this island. So if I were to make governments believe I hold this crazy power to turn everyone into zombies, well, then I need to get rid of the tourists' unmutated bodies first. And then no one shall ever know that the virus only works on natives of this island. So I've given sleeping drugs to the tourists and transported them into the church's underground tunnels, where they will meet their explosive fate. The tunnels will come crashing down, and there will be no evidence left of them. You're probably wondering if this watchtower can be used to call for help. Too bad! Yesterday, I modified it with the help of a few hackers that also helped me take over the mobile network. I can even turn the watchtower into a giant zombie magnet by inverting the radio waves, something I shall activate right now. Oh, the bomb, you ask? It activates in 1 hour and 32 minutes and 52 seconds. Now 51 seconds, 50, yes, haha! And there's only one way to defusing the bomb. It's that radio device I gave you. It's actually just a normal hacking device that I modified to send out some radio waves, and that also happens to have a feature to disarm the bomb I made. But that is no concern for me, because you will soon meet your fate as the zombies storm the tower. Only breadcrumbs shall remain of you. Thank you very much for listening to me, by the way. It was a pleasure having you around for the show, and to finally have someone I can share my plans with. Farewell, hero.
Farewell.
You're in total shock from this man's insanity, but there's no time to be shocked. You still don't hear any zombies, so there's still a chance you could escape down the ladder before zombies come to the tower. Maybe you can even escape towards the church. There's no time to lose. You reach ground level just in time to hear zombies flooding the old village. It seems like locking the gate from the inside might have saved your life. No, not just your life, your friends and the other tourists as well. To the church! A house.
Swarmed. Mission failed.
Okay, gut.
You reach ground level. A house.
Fight.
A wooden crate.
Hä? Wo ist es? Ich hänge.
Julia will eating Platze.
A house. A house. A house.
Oh, muss ich lang.
A house.
Wo ist die Kirche?
A house.
Ich muss da.
$19, $18, $17. $16, $15, $14, $13.
Small.
Ja, okay, ja. Ja, gut. Das war scheiße. Ja, gut.
Press your
You reach ground level.
Ja, jetzt war's.
A wooden crate.
Ich will gar nicht.
Julia will
swarmed. Mission failed.
Press U.
You reach ground.
Swarmed.
Okay. Ja, gut.
Mission
Warte.
failed.
Wir machen das
Presse
anders. Ja,
You
die
read.
Fresse. Ja, die Fresse.
A house. Exterior.
Als ob ich mich jetzt hier vorbeischleichen kann.
Critical. Critical.
A house. A house. A wooden crate. You flip it upside down and hide inside.
Nee, ich will mich nicht hier verstecken. Geh weg.
Julia.
The big doors of the church loom over you.
Geht doch.
You push them open, preparing yourself for anything that might await inside.
Ja.
The church smells of old wood, but there's also another smell. You've
Blut.
actually been on a
Leichen.
guided tour in the underground tunnels once before. It was a few years ago, but you remember the entrance being at the back side of the church, just behind the altar.
Okay.
As you continue to walk to the far end of the church, you suddenly realize what that other smell is. You're not alone in the church.
Oh.
Zombies sit motionless all
right,
around you,
right.
eerily calm and peaceful. Maybe they are enchanted by the sound of the church bells. The altar of the church. There's nothing strange about it. No secret keyholes or hidden passageways. Just the alarming voice in your head telling you to hurry up. You've reached the door to the underground tunnels. You remember the tour guide explaining that these tunnels were used as escape routes during the war. Apparently, some tunnels lead to other parts of the island. That's when it hits you. Of course, some crazy historian would know everything about some underground tunnel system. That's probably how he carried out his plan unnoticed, by transporting himself from place to place using the underground tunnels. And not just that. No one would as much as lift a finger in suspicion if he claimed to be doing research on the tunnels. Your hatred towards Andrew grows deeper. What a genius trap. Luring the zombies into the church and hypnotizing them, then rigging the tunnel door to immediately silence the bells, making the zombie swarm the intruder. You slam the door shut behind you, praying it will keep the zombies occupied for at least a short while. Yet another backpack. There's ammunition inside.
Ja,
you wonder if Andrew dropped it here.
Eigentlich nicht.
Swore.
Was ist denn das?
Mission failed.
Press your
You slam the... Yet another back.
19.
Sorry.
14. 13.
Swarmed.
Scheiße.
Mission.
You slam T door shoot the You slam T.
Yet another back.
19. 18. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
Unopening to unloader tunnel U von der E-Phone auf T-Side tunnels make deconnected to T-Camping buildings underground area Romeo. Your good feeling is telling you not to strive from T-Mine Patrick no.
Wir laufen so. Das war, glaube ich, ganz gut.
7, 29,
Kann ich das so? Ich hoffe, ich.
$28, 27,
Wie lange geht dieser scheiß Tunnel? Also ich laufe halt gerade rückwärts.
26,
Ja. Bin unterwegs.
$25,
Ja.
$24,
Oh my god!
Your friend Sophie pulls you
Lol.
into a tight
Oh
embrace.
mein
I
Gott.
thought you'd be killed for sure. All the other tourists seem to be cramped into this one room. I'm the only one awake so far, though. That guy from the radio, Andrew? He was suddenly gathering us into the camping building. He said there were real-life zombies attacking. And he said he'd go get you in the tent. But then I think he drugged us or something. And now we're all stuck here together. Just what is going on?
You explain to her that they're all in danger, that there's a bomb, in the room, but that you have the key to defusing it.
A bomb? What?
For a few moments you can hear her breathe in a panic, but then she quickly steadies herself with a deep breath. Suddenly you hear her walk in a certain direction, and you quickly tag along.
There's some kind of strange hole in this thing. Could you give me that key you mentioned?
You hold the device out to Sophie, and with a satisfying click, she slots it into place. You kneel beside her and hold the earpiece up to your ear. Welcome to the bomb defusal program. You are now responsible for preventing detonation. Begin by pressing 1.
Okay.
Now, press 2. You will now hear a sequence of button presses. Memorize them and input them exactly in the order you heard. Please note that inputting the wrong sequence will generate a new sequence. Okay. However, if this happens 3 times in total, it will lead to an early detonation.
Okay.
Please listen closely.
Left, 1, 1. Right, up, 2. Up, up, up. Right, right, right. 2, up, 2, 1. Down, down, left, up.
Oh Gott, bin ich dumm.
Down, 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 down. Left, 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 left. Right, down, down, 1. 1, 1, left, 1, 2. Up, up, 2, 2, 1.
The bomb has been defused. Ooh. Thank you for your participation.
You did it! You disarmed the bomb! We're safe now!
Absolut geil.
Sophie begins to jump up and down like an excited kid at Christmas.
Oh Gott.
Now we just gotta wait here until the other people wake up, and then we'll get out of this place. Or just wait till people come rescue us.
Despite being safe now, many thoughts still linger in your mind. You have no idea if Andrew might have another ace up his sleeve.
Oh, was nett. Achso.
Ah, finally. This house in the middle of the woods should surely keep me safe from the zombies. Who's there? Ha ha ha, just a sheep.
Blind survival. You lived to hear another day.
It's now been 2 long weeks since the world's first ever recorded zombie outbreak took place on the Gari Island, and the world remains in shock. More than half of the inhabitants have died during the crisis. Preliminary investigations indicate that a majority of the survivors were located in the island's main city, where shelter from both the contaminated air and the infected were more easily accessible. Eyewitness accounts suggest that the outbreak was orchestrated by Andrew, a well-known local radio host and historian. While he frequently had showed interest in the island's past, investigators believe that the reason for his interest weren't rooted in preservation, but rather to advance his own agendas. Several of his broadcasts indicate that there was tension between Andrew and the island's government. A tourist who reportedly got information from Andrew shortly before his disappearance claims that the virus only works on natives of the Gari Island. Early data from researchers seem to support this claim. According to survivor testimonies, Andrew sought out to capture as many tourists as possible, intending to get rid of their bodies through a large-scale explosion in the island's underground tunnels. If this plan would have succeeded, it would have obscured vital information about how the virus works on people of other ethnicities. This plan was however foiled by a blind person who Andrew had failed to detain. At this time, it is unclear if Andrew worked alone or as part of a larger network. Andrew's whereabouts are currently unknown. However, many believe that he also perished during the outbreak. Governments around the globe have pledged to continue the investigations. Stay with us for continued coverage. And tomorrow at this time, we bring you an exclusive interview with a blind individual who was credited with saving dozens of tourists.
Alles klar.
But for now, this has been the Saturday Night News Report, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Ja, hier ist
Survival,
Freitag.
Kreator Noah Multeberg Lundin, Version 1. Kreator Noah Multeberg Lundin.
Super.
Version 1.01. Kreat Next Pagevit Riegt Button. Kreat Individual Linis Wit Schrägstrich Sonst und Art. Art Mikael Forslund. Subvisons Home Yondo on YouTube. Saga Lundin Ante Developer. On Sound. Big Reverb Varandini Vagesupon Fresund. Fresco Yondo Fort Haven Himesons. Sophie Voitzet Bilizart King. Kreat Next Pagevit Spezialtanks. Amin Abdullah. Dennis Zwicker. Spezialtesters, Sie Tanks, Spezialtesters, Simon Multeberg, Mikael Forslund, Susi and Rebecca Andrade. Tanks to Fermland Game Dev Community, T Creat Uni for Marking Ts Game A Reality. Default TTS Pruden Courtesy of Antoju, Creat Previews Pack. Blind Survival.
Leute, das war's. Blind Survival. Wisst ihr was? Ich sage einfach nichts dazu. Also schreibt mir gerne in die Kommentare, was ihr dazu sagt. 7 Euro bei Steam, Link. Ja. Link tue ich euch mal in die Videobeschreibung, wenn ihr euch das auch mal geben wollt. Ja. Sagt mir gerne eure Meinung. Ich bin sehr gespannt. Ging doch dann jetzt länger als ich dachte, tatsächlich. 7 Euro, naja. Ja. Tschüss. Bis zum nächsten Spiel.